Hello, today I'll be talking about something that most of us do inadvertently at times. I'm talking about texting and driving, and some reasons why you shouldn't engage in this kind of behavior at all. A lot of times we can get in a rush and get confident in our abilities to multitask. Hopefully, after this speech, you'll question if the possibility of ending your life or another's is worth taking that risk. Most of us can agree that any form of distracted driving is dangerous, but just how dangerous? According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in 2017 alone, 3,166 people were killed by distracted driving. Distracted driving causes 8.5% of total fatalities for the year. I'd be willing to guess that about 100% of all these cases are accidental and not intentional. Imagine you get a text and you think, I'll just check it quick. I've done it 1,000 times before. You glance up, and a car ahead has stopped in the road with no lights because it has broken down, and you rear end them, killing the child in the back seat. We would all agree that the death was not intentional, but accidental. Sending or reading a text for 5 seconds while traveling at 55 miles an hour is like traveling the length of a football field blindfolded. And that's a long distance traveled in a short amount of time, and the whole time your eyes are off of the road. Would you like to spend the rest of your life saying, if only I hadn't texted while driving? The guilt would be immeasurable. You could be charged with involuntary manslaughter, reckless operation, or other charges depending on your state. And according to the Higher Revised Code 4511, Section 204, driving while texting is a minor misdemeanor. Minors will be fined $150 and a 6-month license suspension for first offense. Fines and suspensions double on a second offense. Adult drivers will just be simply fined $150. I myself almost died in an accident when I was 17 because the person that was driving was texting while they were driving. A car was coming, they swerved to miss and went in the ditch, started flipping multiple times in a soybean field and ejected me in the air. I had to be life flighted due to internal bleeding and multiple other injuries, including broken bones and collapsed lung. Luckily, no one lost their life, but it did cause me to miss football and wrestling my senior year of high school, and football was how I was going to go to college after high school originally. That kind of ended all that. And according to the U.S. Department of Education, 6% of all drivers involved in all fatal crashes reported being distracted at the time of the accident. And remember, this is just the drivers willing to admit they were distracted at the time of the accident, because usually the cop will show up and say, were you texting or driving? A lot of people will say no, even if they was. So this is the amount of people that were just willing to admit it. And according to the CDC, approximately 9 people are killed and more than 1,000 are injured daily in the United States alone in incidents reported as involving a distracted driver. I know some of you have children of your own. Do you really want to put your own children's lives at risk? They have placed their well-being in your hands, and you at least owe it to them to keep them safe. No text is more important than the life of a human being. Most phones have an auto text feature that you can enable that can detect if you're driving and will automatically send a text to someone that says, I'm driving and I'll call you later. And I'm just going to leave you with a quote from a teenager named Amanda Clark. She said, I believe everything happens for a reason, and the reason for my car accident is to let me know that I need to slow down and pay more attention. I know that I need to change the way I've been living my life. My phone and talking to my friends put me in danger. I realized how easy it is for my life to be over because I wasn't paying attention. This is just something she posted right after a texting and driving accident. A year later, she got into another accident, and phone records indicate that she was texting right before the accident, and then the next day she died. So she survived her first accident, but not the second.